dawn unless it's evening where you are. You're on the move with yours truly, JoAnna Ward and Pastor John Ward. Woo!
Hey, how you doing? What's going on? All right.
Okay, just checking that last name. Same father, different mother.
There it is.
But this is my brother. He is a pastor, a preacher, a minister, a teacher, a coach, a counselor.
A servant.
A servant leader.
There we go.
And we're going to talk about that after we get finished working out. But right now, I want to let you know, I see where you've trimmed down from the last time that we worked out.
Thank you. A little bit, a little
you're being it. You're saying it. You're talking about it.
Yes,
and showing it and walking that thing out. Present your body to God as a living sacrifice. Tell us about that transition and that transformation and getting into that thing before we get started.
Well, basically, it's just the whole thing, like you've always said, and that is being consistent. One of the things I talked about is just pushing through the pain, and it's painful.
Right.
But how can I actually speak the gospel, preach the gospel, and talk about it if I'm not trying to at least give the temple that He gave me to get it right? We talk about everything else, but what we really need to do is worry about what we're doing here to be able to live longer, to be able to present it. I mean, if I can only preach 10 minutes, how good am I?
Amen. If you can only preach 10 minutes, and God needs 60. An hour and 20.
He need a little bit. He need quite a bit more. Quite a bit more.
Say that, Pastor.
So that's why. And eating healthy, eating right. And it's a challenge. I will say that it's a challenge. And this process is I'm doing it as more of a slower process gradually. So I've been yo-yoing and doing that thing back and forth.
But you stayed active.
Right.
You remained active, and it's the food you're fighting with, which is way deeper.
Good.
But it's way deeper psychologically, emotionally, culturally, and systematic than people ever realize, and they think they're just weak. But in all actuality, you have decades of a diet that you consume that is not what you're trying to do. And so it will fight you. I know a person for 8 years, they're still correcting their diet right now because they're from the country and that country food and all that kind of stuff. And I just want to encourage people that the diet change is probably, especially after 40 or 50, is the most difficult.
It is.
But stick with your workout like you're doing. Keep moving, keep exercising. Stop looking at exercise and fitness like it's all about losing weight and looking good, because that is a byproduct of fitness, which is done through exercising and eating. And so many of us are caught up in, oh, I don't look good, I didn't lose weight I didn't lose enough weight, I didn't, eat, whatever it is, and you're not putting your confidence and trusting the process.
Exactly. And the good thing is, my doctor, everything says I'm great, so I can't complain. But just gotta get the tempo right. Trim it down a little bit.
I think you're doing it. I think you're doing it. Like you're not even. You're here with me again.
Yes, I am. I'm grateful to be here. I'm scared to be here, but I'm grateful to be here.
No. He's kicked up to a boot camp format. So what we're about to do is really about you guys, and I just wanted to bring him back so you guys can see his transformation and hear his transformation and be encouraged and motivated to start where you are. Do what you can and use what you have. That's why we have these chairs and simple weights. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with warm up. I'm gonna holler at my boy John Paul. Let's go ahead and get that music going. Pastor, you can do that, can't you? I would like to give a shout out to my boy from South Carolina State, Christopher Mack, Orangeburg, South Carolina DJ, for this awesome mix that we have right now. Thank you, Chris. Do it, Pastor.
See, y'all gonna make me yeek when you hear it.
Go ahead and hit it one time. Oh! We're gonna double this up. 4, 3, 2, last single double. Good.
I was actually watching a video of this guy in Asia that was doing this and taught it with his kids at the school, the principal.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was working.
Really?
He wanted them to get active.
Hey, it's this simple. So even if you can't move like me and Pastor John, you gonna keep going? Oh,
there we go.
You can lean like this.
Oh, we're gonna lean with a rock with.
No, you do what you were doing.
Oh, okay, all right.
Which is here.
Okay.
Let's go back to that again. And I'm gonna do a basic one for people who probably don't even have, you'd be surprised how many people don't have this level of mobility. Oh, so you keep going.
I'm trying to catch up with you. I got you. There we go.
Now I want you to keep going. I'm gonna do the basic.
I'm supposed to be going with you. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, like that. So even if you can't do the 2, 1 switch, 2, 1, you can just rock side to side. Just keep moving. Do what you can. Okay? 4 more passes. 3, 2. Last double, going back to singles. And 4 to knee lift. 3, 2. Last one, knee lift.
Okay.
Breathe, 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 breathe. Good job. 4, 3 to double. 2. Last single, double, double. Double, double. Double, double. Breathe, breathe, warming up the lungs. How you feel, Pastor?
I'm good.
You good? It's all good. 4 more. 3, 2. Last double, singles, 4, 4. 3, 2, 1, side tap. 40 heel digs, 3, 2, and 1, heel dig.
Okay.
Pull those arms. Good job. Take it wide. Breathing. 4 to cross the body. 3, 2, cross the body. Breathe, 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 breathe. How you guys doing out there? How you doing, Pastor?
I'm doing wonderful.
Take it down, take it down, take it down, take it down.
All right.
Get it.
Yeah. So around the
4 more. 3, 2. Last set of these, and we're gonna take a wide stance. Shoulder shrugs back. Good warm up. You get warm? Yeah, I'm talking to you, John Ward. And forward. Good job. We're gonna take it down slow. Slight bend in your knees if you need to. Reaching for the floor. And we're gonna take it over to our left side. And we're gonna take it back to the right. Good job, back to the center one more time. Take a deep breath up, and we're gonna arch the back here. Arch and press. Arch and press. Arch and press. 3, 2, and roll it all the way up. We're gonna hold on to the chair for this one.
Yeah, I might need to hold the chair for that one.
Yeah. Just because that's what we're doing for you guys at home. Good job, let's release, and let's switch sides. Yeah. We're gonna go back to the opposite side, and we're gonna come up here.
You know, my daughter can do this.
Really?
You know.
You can hold on to the chair too.
No.
Let's just let-
She do all that. The young people, they can do all that.
Give her a shout out then.
You know, shout out to my daughter JL. You know. You and your little sorority sisters doing this all day long on the ground. I give it to you.
It's on the chair, Dontre. It's on the chair. Right over here. Breathing. Good job, let's take it back. Okay, Pastor, we're gonna do a little bit more cardio.
Okay.
We're gonna hold on to this chair, and everybody has a chair. We call this part of our, it's about 120 exercises we do on the chair. So this is anywhere there's a chair exercise. And we're gonna put most of the weight on the chair, so take it off our knees, hips, and thighs. And we're gonna bounce, 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 bounce. And we're breathing. We're good? Perfect. May not seem like much, but everybody's like, that's nothing. But I'm starting to sweat. Want to keep it simple. We're gonna do 4 more of these. 3, 2, we're gonna add a right knee. Last set out, right knee up. Up, out, up, take it out. Right, up, up, good job. That's it. Breathe, you all.
Feel like I'm breakdancing now.
Closest we can get to it while working out. So what we're doing is we're doing an upper body workout by holding a Pilates move on the chair. So our arms are burning, abs are burning, and we're using the legs for the cardio. Get the heart rate up. 4, 3, 2, 1. and we're gonna march it out. How you doing?
Great, awesome.
I am sweating. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn and we're gonna face the chair. You can face me. This is gonna be our right leg. So remember what leg you're using if you're doing these with us at home. And I'm gonna do 2 examples. It's gonna go over, back down, over, and back down. Now, if that's too high for you.
Turn the chair around?
Yes, exactly.
All right.
All right. And we're gonna do 15 over top here. We're gonna turn around and do the opposite leg. 4, 3, 2, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 4 more, 12, 13, 14, and 15. March it out. How's that, Pastor John?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Awesome sauce. We're gonna do the same thing, opposite leg.
I need to stretch a little bit more.
Stretch a little bit more.
Stretch a little bit more. That's why the workout is stretching.
Exactly, and flexibility and balance.
That's right.
4, 3, 2, and 1. Left leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. Good job. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Get it faster. Good job. Way to work. We're gonna close out the session by sitting in our chairs. We're gonna grab our weights here. And for you guys who can't get on the floor or don't feel comfortable getting on the floor, there's a way you do your abs right from the chair. So we sit on the edge of our chair. We're gonna take our arms up, legs out, squeeze, stretch. Squeeze, stretch the arms up, squeeze, bring the weights together, pull it up. Weights together, pull it up. Push and pull, push and pull, push and pull. Good, push and pull. 5, pull, 4, pull, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. How was that? Did you feel your abs?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna do one more.
All right, let's do it.
Pumps and pedals, triceps and abs, arms, and cardio. You guys can do this while you're watching TV. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, hang in there, 8, 9, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job, Pastor. Way to give.
Yeah, I fed it a little bit. Fed it a little bit.
Just a little bit of something, something. A little something is better than none of nothing. Thank you guys for joining us for that little simple workout. Get moving. Not all about losing weight and looking good. It's about you taking care of yourself. We're gonna go clean up, and we're gonna come back and talk to Pastor John about the word and how powerful of a walk it is when you have it. We'll be right back. You're back, and we're back, and we're back, and we're Ward and Ward. We're back with Pastor John Ward. That was a good workout you did, Pastor. I'm so proud of you.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you for going easy on me. You know,
you always do well. And let me tell you something. You have become more physically fit.
Yeah,
with time.
I will say that.
You can do a whole lot more.
Okay,
I don't know if you where you want to be, but I can tell you've definitely made progress. And sometimes we are more interested in perfection and process or getting to a goal than acknowledging that we've come some distance.
That's true.
So thank you for working out with me.
Well, I thank you for having me. You know, and once again, not killing me. You know, so we good.
That's not the goal. I know it feels that way.
I know.
That's not the goal. But tell us more about the World Vision 6K, Global 6K.
World Vision Global 6K is what we're getting ramped up to do. It's done every year, you know. And the greatest thing about it, when I was brought into it, you know, I hear, you know, being a pastor, a lot of times people bring things to you that they're doing different agendas, different things, right. And But I went to them and I began to listen to what it really was. And it was them actually building water infiltration systems into third world countries and villages over in Africa. And a lot of times people want to lean upon pulling the heartstrings whenever they want to do things. They want to go to Africa and show refugees or people, immigrants like that so they can raise money, but it's not really going to what it's supposed to.
Right.
100% of registration literally goes to building water infiltration systems over there, okay? And a lot of times I get the question, why a 6K? Why not a 5K? Why not a 10K, right? Because 6K, you gotta admit, it's odd, you don't hear that. And the thing is, that is the distance that a mother, a child has to walk on average just to get what is drinkable water for them. And I say that because understand it's still not fresh water. It's still not clean water. And what we want to begin to do is make sure that people have clean water, because what we miss is when there's not clean water, when there's not water there, you're drinking things that are inhabited by parasites, diseases, and which also makes children sick. It makes people sick. And then mothers that are carrying, it makes that child sick. And then it creates more of a death and disparity. And we want to have life. We want people to live. And one of the things I love about World Vision is not only are they doing that, but they're also sharing the gospel. They're using it in a way that I truly believe that many of us need to do, is share the gospel through love and action.
Love and action. So how long has the Global 6K been going?
World Vision, now the Global 6K, I believe, start off as a marathon, but now I know they've been going at least over 10 years.
Okay.
And the way it's done is it's done in local cities. Sometimes it's normally a church that would do it and put it together. What I've done here in Atlanta is try to get together different churches, community leaders. We have some fraternities, we have some sororities, we have some community organizations, have police departments that are coming in and being a part of this Global 6K. We have some fitness centers. We have different people because I think one of the things that we do is a lot of times as pastors, what we try to do is, I like that idea and I'm going to do it for my church. And that's our concept. I want to do it for my church, and you're missing kingdom principle. And what we got to realize is, it's not your church, it's God's church. That's the first mistake that we make. Secondly, how can you really be reaching the community if you're only dealing with people within inside those four walls? How about collectively working together with other people and then actually doing a bigger thing? Because I realized one of the greatest things is working with the African American Fellowship and working with different churches. A lot of times pastors treat churches, as a competition. Let me have more members than you. Let me do more work than you.
Right.
Instead of let us come together and do kingdom principle. Because we all came together. Imagine what kind of work we could be doing.
We'll have another Tower of Babel. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, the greatest thing was God realized, he says, look what they can do when they come together.
Right.
God had no problem with that. He had a problem with what we came together for.
Is that right?
That's the thing. It's the reason we were coming, that they came together.
What was the reason, Pastor?
Oh, it was because of man's pride. He wanted to be like God. Nimrod was like, hey, we can build this tower and we will be one with the gods. Like them, I will be up there. And then had the nerve to challenge him.
Did they?
Yeah, the nerve to challenge him. Come on now. See, you can't do that. The ant should never, ever, ever try to challenge the lion.
Ever?
Ever. Ever. And I said the lion.
The lion.
The lion.
What about an army of ants? Have you seen those army of ants that go through like water and just devour everything in their path?
But do you see how they work together though? Once again.
But they take down a lion if they work together. That's probably why they
But I'm saying that, but the lion is the creator of the ants.
I've seen that lion get eaten.
I said the lion is the creator of the ants. So see that lion he tried to take, create it. You understand, I'm a firm believer, that a lot of times we try to challenge God. People try to do that. But you cannot ever, it's like a parent, a true parent, and you have a son, you understand that. No matter what new thing your son tried to come up with, what divisive, cunning way, what excuses, you were like, son, I already been there. I brought you in this world. Whatever you thought, whatever you're thinking about doing, I thought about you doing it 3 years before you got here. Okay, so so you had a choice. Either I'm gonna let you play this thing out and learn for yourself, or I'm gonna stop you right now before you kill yourself. God does that with us. Sometimes He's like, listen, I already knew. I knew what you were thinking about. I knew where you were trying to go before you got here. But here's the deal. I'm gonna let you run your course or the fact that if I realize it's destruction to you, I love you so much, I'm going to send you a Savior so that you may live. So.
What happens when we delete Jesus out of the equation?
There's no Savior. I mean, there's no appropriation for sin. I mean, it says that the wages of sin is death. So if Christ is the propitiation, that's the ultimate sacrifice, not just who covers sin, but eradicated the sin in our life when we accepted him. I mean, and we can't, God can't. He says, no man enters to the Father except through the Son. So it's like, if that's the exit, if this building is on fire, and there's an exit, and all of a sudden someone eradicated the exit, and that's the only exit,
we're going to burn up.
I'm going to burn up.
But this is the trend, the norm, the energy, the culture.
Yes, it is.
Cut Jesus out because
it doesn't work for me.
Somebody doesn't believe.
Right.
And they might be offended.
You know, and it's so funny because, I have a show and, you were on it. And that's one of the things we're getting ready to talk about is dealing with that, dealing with the fact of the church. And, me, I'm very controversial. And But
it's not intentional. It's just the culture and the climate in which we're living.
Right.
So it sounds like you're controversial. You're actually just walking in the truth that no one really wants to trust.
Exactly.
Or deal with.
Exactly. And one of the things is dealing with black church and white church. Is Christianity a white man's religion used to enslave black people? Is Christianity a religion that was used to control the masses?
So the first question, you said, restate the first question you asked.
What
is Christianity
used to control black people?
To enslave.
To enslave. And
somebody actually said that to me. That's why they didn't. First of all, the Bible was written by King James.
Wow.
And
they missed that one, didn't they?
Completely. And that it was slave owners' ways to use to manipulate and keep slaves under control. And let me tell you, it was a simple response because the truth doesn't need a grandiose, flamboyant, sensationalized response. I said, and how did that work out? How did it work out? And it's very simple. It never was meant to be very difficult. But the question that you just asked, people have said that to me.
I know,
and I responded just like that. How did it work out? If that was the goal, I get that being the goal. I get the weapon being formed or whatever your mentality is, but how did it work? Well, it didn't. So what did work? Faith in God, the grace of God, prayer.
There it is.
Being persistent. Because it couldn't have been that we were rich and wealthy, educated, or any of that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
It had to be belief. And if we've come this far by grace, I think we might need to depend on that grace of God through Jesus Christ to keep us going.
Exactly.
It's the men's fault we're failing. It's the women's fault that we're failing. It's lack of education. It's lack of a father in the home. No, it's a lack of faith.
Exactly.
In the country, you see that little tag on our cars in Georgia? In God we trust? No, we don't.
No.
We don't, do we?
No, we don't. I say
just
that.
What you said about the question.
I say that all the time. I mean, even our money has in God we trust on it. And I tell people, I said, how many people like wholesale? We were just talking about that, brick and mortar stores.
We were.
We like wholesale. Wholesale's better, right? If you can eliminate the middleman. So why am I going to the money as my source when actually it's a resource,
right?
But the source is God,
right?
So if the money's trusted in God, why don't I just trust in God and eliminate the money, the middleman? Because no matter what, the middleman is never going to give me all that the source has.
Ever. Cannot. Right?
Exactly. So let's just cut through it and go straight to the source. That's all I'm saying.
But that's you. That was the first question. The second question you said you were just on the show is has it used to enslave the masses? Has it used to change and control the masses of people? Is religion used to manipulate the minds, basically? And many people are saying that, especially with our culture today, because individuals want to say, well, religion, and I love it when they say religion. And I get that understand religion is a ritualistic way of worship. You can make anything a religion. Absolutely.
So we're talking about relationship with God. Okay, but now, are you saying because of the Bible, is it used to control the masses, to manipulate them for certain people to sit on a throne? If it's done right, no. Now, can I say that some people have used the Bible, some leaders have used it to manipulate them to be in positions that they are not really walking accountable in? Yes, they have done that. We understand that, but we understand that humans are flawed. But if you study the Bible, and I love the fact of, in 2 Timothy, it says, study to show thyself approved unto God, which not just means reading the Bible, but it meant the work You know, we call a doctor practices medicine, a lawyer practices, and they have their study. The study is the work. Okay, if you walk and you do the work of God, you understand, then you'll begin to find yourself approved to Him, and you'll begin to see the manifestations that He has for you. But then you'll also believe that, realize that everything you do, there must be accountability. And we've come to a society where we do not want accountability, and we misconstrue accountability with judgment. And we then think judgment means demeaning or demoralizing. You can tell me, Pastor, that's not right what you just did. If I walked out of here and you saw me speed out and run the stop sign, and you said that wasn't right, and nor was I exemplifying that of a man of God, would you be right or wrong in saying that?
Be right.
Exactly. Is
You may not like it.
I may not like it, but is it the
And
truth?
who am I to say that to you? Because I'm not the police.
But the thing is, it's the truth, though, isn't it?
It is the truth.
Okay. Now, it's not a fact that you're not the police. That you're there out of love, you would say that. And one of the things I tell people, you see children playing in the street and you know cars are coming, are you going to not say anything because you're not their parents? No,
Precisely.
You love them. So you're going to tell them, you need to get out the street. And then if they don't listen, you might go Jake them out the street. And you know, their parents may come and you may tell them, Lord, the kid wasn't playing in the street.
I wouldn't have to say anything.
I wouldn't have to say anything. And if you were out here watching your children, I wouldn't have had to do that.
Right.
I hope not. I hope they had that kind of respect. But that's all the Bible is telling us is accountability, you know? I mean, they said, Christ, what is the greatest commandment? He said, love God.
Love the Lord God.
Love
with
God.
all your heart, and all your mind, and your neighbor as yourself.
Exactly.
It wasn't that hard, was it?
It wasn't.
It wasn't you had to go do, 9 hours in Hail Marys and all that.
Exactly. You ain't got to pray. You ain't got to go ahead and pray 50 times a day and say 3 Hail Marys and then turn around, jump on your head and shout 4 times.
Who does that?
You don't have to do all that. Just do the right thing.
Just
do the right thing. You know, as a matter of fact, don't just do the right thing. Do the righteous thing.
Pastor John, I can talk to you all day, but I am out of time.
Okay, I know.
We're going to talk to you again, of course. I'm going to have you back. Hey, you guys, things don't work out for you in the club and some of these relationships, but that don't stop you from keep doing those over again. Keep trying, God. You'll figure it out in the name of Jesus. I love you guys. Tune back in. We'll see you guys next time. Until then, take care.